Hello again, everybody. Don Sloan alongside Manny Matsakis, proud to bring you the play-by-play action of tonight's game of the week, and a very big game for Martins Ferry. Manny, as we see them coming in the number 9 spot in the playoff chase in Division 4. Region 15.
Oh, yeah, it's pivotal at this point, especially with what's coming up, Don. I mean, you look at these guys, they're ranked 9th right now, and they're in really good position to make a playoff, but this is pretty much a must-win tonight for them.
And a big game for them next week. Number 9, Martins Ferry, will take on number 2, St. Clairsville. So Martins Ferry, some big games coming up for them in that race to make the top 8 and make the playoffs in Division 4, Region 15. The third member of our broadcast team tonight is down on the field with a lot of band members, a great pregame show here tonight. Let's send it down to Natalie Pastorella. Natalie.
That's right, Dawn, Manny. It's a great show. You saw the band there behind me. It's the Purple Riders versus the Redskins. I'll be down here on the sidelines bringing you all the latest from the game, from the players to the coaches to fan interviews. All the latest just for you guys. Dawn, Manny, back to you.
And thanks a lot, Natalie. We'll be back with the opening kickoff from Kettlewell Stadium, the WTOV9 high school football game of the week, Martins Ferry and Indian Creek. And welcome back to Kettlewell Stadium, set for the opening kickoff between the 2-4 Indian Creek Redskins, the 5-1 Martins Ferry Purple Riders, and it would be Martins Ferry getting the ball to start things off tonight in this one. The Riders will be receiving, and the Indian Creek Redskins, Brandon Matthew, will be kicking things off. Patrick Allen and Ron Driver deep to receive for Martins Ferry. WTOV9 game of the week. It's the Wintersville Trophy Shop kickoff. Warm night. This feels more like opening night than October. Warm night for football. There's the kick from Matthew. And fielded back at the own 8-yard line. Patrick Allen. Ball on the ground, and Creek scoops it up. Touchdown, Indian Creek. Big play from the Creek special teams. Jonathan Price scoops up the fumble. Look at Andrew Connor. Indian Creek needed a break in their season. They're 2-4, and they got one right there. Here's a look at it on the replay.
Absolutely. Nice hit there. Spills it off. Scoops it up there. I'll tell you what, that was fantastic. What a big play to open up the game, Don, huh? Jeez.
Anthony Tate is the guy that forced the fumble, and Price was there to scoop it in. Timeout on the field. We've had a lot of opening kickoff returns for touchdowns. I had one the very first night up at Toronto this year, but a fumble on the opening kickoff taken in for a touchdown. There's some electricity to start a game. Here's the snap, placement, and the kick is up and good. And Brandon Matthew, just like that, Indian Creek out to a quick 7-0 lead here from Kettlewell Stadium. And welcome back to Kettlewell Stadium. Indian Creek got to the quick 7-0 lead over Martins Ferry. We were just doing this a short time ago, and Indian Creek kickoff, but Ferry fumbled it. Creek took it in for the early lead, and the special teams making it happen there, Coach Matsakis for Indian Creek.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Bruni called it before this whole deal. He said he can't afford to look past these guys, and he was right.
So we'll try the Wintersville Trophy Shop again. You see the Huntington Bank score bar with Indian Creek leading 7-0. And Matthew, he had a nice kick, and it was good special teams coverage.
That 4 guys on the ball, right, to make the hit. So that was big.
And here's the kick. Right about the same, about the 5-yard line. They bring on that across the 20. And the big stick once again. I think these Creek players are fired up. There are about 4 of them down there for the coverage for Indian Creek. And among them, Gavin Smith and Caleb Thomas. Michael Waite coming up with the tackle.
Yeah, they're definitely swarming. They're not getting very far upfield. So,
take a look at the starting lineup for Martins Ferry offensively. Derek Edwards, your quarterback. Murray and Shreve, your running backs. Burrs at tight end. Owens and Tucker, the wideouts. Henry, Jackson, Hanson, Woodford, and Rhodes, your offensive line. Big Ben Horace out with an injury. Outstanding two-way tackle for the Riders. Toss, they're going top side. Ron Driver, they're trying to stretch things out. Driver stops on a dime. Gets up to about the 26-yard line. Take a look at the Indian Creek defense tonight. Calhoun, Hines, Traconis, and Fiegel, your line. Wilson, Stone, Traconis, and Kirsch, your linebackers. Smith, Dunleavy, and Waite, your secondary. Michael Smith, a very good cover corner for Indian Creek. Called a gain of 5, brings up 2nd and 5 on the 27. Riders split a man down to the bottom. Handoff. Met in the backfield. Going for about a 3 or 4 yard loss. Leading the way, Jonathan Fiegel was up there along with Stone.
82, Jay Calhoun.
I'll tell you what, they were in that wishbone formation with the two splits. There was a lot of push up there through the middle. It's pretty easy for Creek to get through. Didn't have any tight ends to really cut off the corners.
3rd and 8 passing situation for the Riders, and they'll split 2 guys down to the bottom. Looking to put it up. Derek Edwards, and he's going to be brought down. A sack, and it is coming up with that sack, Matt Stone. And Stone with 2 great big plays on back-to-back offensive plays for the Creek defense.
Yeah, you know, Don, on that play, it was pretty interesting because coming off the corner, they had no tight end there. The wing released, and it was a sprint out. And he was left untouched. Stone was left untouched and made a big play.
Punting situation for Martins Ferry. Thorman back for the Riders. Very good kicking game for Ferry, both punting and place kicking. Thorman's punt. Creek will call for the fair catch at the 45-yard line, so they'll take over with good field position. That was Daniel Dunleavy with the fair catch. So Indian Creek's first offensive possession of the night.
44-yard line, 1st and 10 Indian Creek.
And Michael Wilson, I talked to Coach Andrew Connor last night. There was some question whether or not some physical trouble for Wilson, whether he would play tonight. So he said we could see Daniel Dunleavy some at quarterback as well. There's a good look at Mike Wilson. Price, who scored the touchdown, he'll be lining up at fullback. They got a good sophomore tailback. He's Dorian Thomas. Excellent field position. We'll call it the 44. Eye set. This is Thomas. Thomas running hard. He gets into Ferry territory, down inside the 49, almost to the 48-yard line.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the starting offense for Indian Creek. Led by the senior Mike Wilson at quarterback, Dorian Thomas, and Jonathan Price, your running backs, Jake Calhoun at tight end, Michael Smith, R.J. Roberts, your wideouts, Brent Snyder, Ryan Galvin, Jarrett Mosser, Jonathan Fiegel, and Matt Wood, your starting line for Indian Creek. Call it 2nd down and 4. Just about 3 minutes into this one. Eye set once again. Man goes in motion up to the top. That's Alan Hastwell. Going to try to run the stretch that way. Thomas. A nice through there. He should have a couple to bring up 3rd and about 1. So Coach Indian Creek trying to run that stretch play with Thomas on this Ferry defense. We take a look at the Purple Rider D. An excellent defensive unit. Forte and Hammerquist, outstanding pass rushers at the ends. Leach and Jackson, the down tackles. Owens and Holt, your outside backers. Shreve and Woodford, excellent tandem of inside backers with Edwards, Tucker, and Jeremy Murray in the secondary. And Jeremy Murray has been battling with some nagging injuries this year, but an excellent coverage man in that secondary for the Riders. 3rd and 2. Met in the backfield, and we talked about him coming up and making that tackle. One of those outstanding inside linebackers, Matt Shreve.
That'll bring up 4th down.
So trying to go to the handoff with Dorian Thomas on 3rd and short, and he gets stacked up.
Deep for Martins Ferry, number 5, Derek Edwards.
So Derek Edwards back on his own 15, set to get the punt from
16,
Brandon Matthew. Now the up man, that is Mike Wilson, the quarterback. We'll want to keep an eye on that tonight. This is Matthew's kick. Nice punt, and it's going to take a creek roll. They'll down it to the 14-yard line.
Ball is down at the
and we will take a break.
1st and 10, Martins Ferry.
7-0. Indian Creek got the early lead on the Apollo Professional scoreboard.
The first 100 tickets for tonight.
Okay.
And welcome back. We see the Indian Creek cheerleaders as we take a look at the Apollo scoreboard. 7-0 your score. Ron Driver looking for somewhere to go, and he's going to get brought down at the 17-yard line.
Number 30, Ron Driver, the ball carrier.
Michael Waite up for the stop, and if you play Martins Ferry, the big play, and they have so much speed at the tailback position, and they're so good at attacking the perimeter with that running game.
Oh, without a question. That's what they're good at doing right now. They'll lull you asleep a little bit, and all of a sudden they bust through and they get the big play.
Derek Edwards with the starter quarterback. You also see Shane Forte in at QB as well. Man comes in motion. And then down on the bottom side, Bone setup. This is Driver trying to turn the corner. Michael Smith with the tackle. And he's out near the sticks. About the 24-yard line.
Yeah, Don, I think the thing that made that play work so well, they took the tight end, basically trade him from the right to the left. Creek didn't make the adjustment. They got a little bounce play on it, so worked out good for him.
2 yards short brings up 3rd and a long 2 for the Riders. They'll split Chase Tucker out to that top side. Deep handoff. This is Murray. And he'll have the first down after the 25-yard line. Jeremy Murray, the junior, and boy, he's been something special the past couple years.
He sure has. He's a tremendous player. He's been in our Big 22. He's watching pretty good. Here, you take a look at the tight end on the right. Actually, that's the key. Their Indian Creek is a man short to Martins Ferry's right. We're able to get a nice bounce play out here and get the first down, and great blocking coming off the perimeter.
Will the holder of that winning ticket please come to the press box?
1st and 10 on their own 24 for the Purple Gang. Edwards looking to put it up. Fires. He's got his man. Another first down out near the 40-yard line. Getting the tight end coming across. And making that catch, Jonathan Thorman. Or was Matt Shreve, 45, making the catch.
It's a name we're going to hear a lot tonight, isn't it? It's quite a player.
Ball marked on the Purple Rider 40-yard line.
So another first down for the Riders out to the 40. Shreve with that catch. Edwards looking to put it up again. Feels some heat, steps out of the pocket, fires, and it is incomplete. They were trying to get it to Chase Tucker, the tight end, the receiver up the split end, up on the top side.
Yeah, Don, we're seeing some things right now. You can see how Coach Bruni's really starting to spread it out a little bit. He's got him in the wishbone, which gets Indian Creek's defensive front all bunched up, and then we're able to break contain here. Here he's got a run-pass option. He looked like he's going to throw all the time, but if you take a look here, he could have easily run the ball and maybe gotten the first down on his own.
And Shane Hines with that pressure on Edwards. This is Murray. Shreve with a nice block. And Murray out to the 47-yard line. That's your fullback leading the way, Matt Shreve.
Yeah, that's a big key in this offense right here. Anytime you're in that wishbone formation or even in the I formation like Creek's playing right now, fullback's the key. Gets a big block on his linebackers, or in this case on the perimeter against the defensive end. That popped the play open.
3rd and 4.
brings up 3rd and 4. Driver in the backfield, Shreve the up back. They got Owen split down to the bottom. Hand off to the fullback, first down Riders in the Indian Creek territory at the 47.
It's a nice quick hit and belly play there, right up the gut behind the right guard. And, got all the yards they needed.
There's a good look at Andrew Connor, head coach of the Indian Creek Redskins.
Yeah, they have a tendency to play better as the season goes along, so let's see how well we do tonight.
They've played a tough schedule. They opened up with Big Red. They've already played Union Local and St. Clairsville, a good Centerburg team. I set. Deep handoff, Ron Driver, and he breaks a tackle and gets out of the 41-yard line. He got met immediately in the hole by Jonathan Fiegel, but bounced off that tackle, picked up a lot more good yardage. You see Driver, boy, he's kind of a fire plug. He's 5'9", 175. But an excellent burst.
Oh, without question. And a big key on that play was Shreve. I mean, he comes up through here. You watch him on the isolation play as a fullback here. He's coming up through it, and when he makes contact, he ends up holding up 2 guys. I mean, right there. He's got 2 guys held up and just enough. And one-on-one, a great tailback like that is going to win the game for you.
2nd and short. Edwards in the gun. Coming this way, he's going to keep it. Turns the corner at the 40 and gets knocked out of bounds right about at the sticks. Michael Smith knocked him out. He may have enough for the first down, though.
Yeah, it looks like he's pretty close there on that. You know, it's they really were in the shotgun. They run the option, a la West Virginia, you know, the Mountaineers. And the only problem was there his pitch man was out of pitch distribution, or he might have got it quite a bit more.
So he does get enough yardage for the first down. Nice drive for the Riders. We're down to 4:20 to go on the clock here in the first quarter from Kettlewell Stadium. Derek Holt in the ball game now. Toss top side. Driver bouncing to the outside and is going to get brought down by Wilson at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, once again, I mean, Martins Ferry, you start to chart their run game. It's very tight end oriented. Wherever the tight end, he's running all around that end. So, you know, it would really help Creek to make that adjustment and maybe shade over their defensive linemen and put another guy over there.
And a hot night tonight, too.
Oh, yeah.
This is right now. This is a tough drive here on the Creek defense. Handoff coming back this side. It's Driver again. And he gets swarmed under. Michael Wilson among those leading the charge. Jonathan Fiegel was over there as well. Cullen DeSantis. A lot of younger players. You see Wilson, a senior, with a tackle, but you'll see a lot of sophomores, a lot of young players on this Indian Creek defensive unit.
Oh, the future's very bright here at Creek. And they, like we said before, they played a very tough schedule. So you look at that schedule, and it's quite a deal what they've been dealing with. And we'll come back to that.
3rd and 7. Owens to the bottom of Edwards in the gun. Murray's in there too. Murray's an excellent receiver. He's down to the bottom. And timeout on the field. Timeout Martins Ferry. They trail at 7-0, and with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, we'll head down to the sidelines and check in with Natalie. Natalie.
Hey, guys, I'm here with the Indian Creek cheerleaders. So, pretty amazing start to the game. What do you guys think?
Yeah, they definitely have like a really good start, and I have faith in our boys. They'll win this.
All right, you guys have a cheer for us, right? Let's see it.
Redskins! Here we go! Redskins! Here we go! Redskins! Here we go! Redskins!
And thanks a lot, Natalie. A cheer from the Indian Creek cheerleaders as they're out to this 7-0 lead, and an excellent drive so far for Martins Ferry. They've been running the football. Look at the Indian Creek sidelines there. We talked about that schedule. Opened up with Big Red and then Centerburg. Picked up a win over Oak Glen, and then Union Local, Buckeye Local, and St. C. They had wins against Buckeye Local and Oak Glen. But you take a look here, St. Clairsville's unbeaten. Big Red's unbeaten. Union Local only has a loss, and Centerburg, I'm not sure. I think they have one loss as well. So that's a pretty tough road to hoe for the Creek.
No question. They knew coming into all this year. They knew they had a tough schedule, but
it's not as bad as Beaver Locals, though. That is a minefield. I think I figured it out. Beaver Locals last 6 games have been teams that are 30-5. And you saw it next week with Harrison Central on strike. Who knows if that game will be played next week? Murray, he's got a nice hole down to the 25-yard line.
Once again, I think if we try, they run to the tight end again. I'm not sure I've seen them run to the split side yet.
Well, we did the high school football preview back in August. And you know, coming in, Jeremy Murray, one of the big 22, one of the marquee guys you talked about. And coaches will tell you they'll want to name a lot of kids. And Dave Bruni said, look, you know, we've got Murray, but I'm telling you, I've got 2 other guys behind him that are outstanding deep as well. We are deep at tailback, and I'm telling you, it has proved true. Ron Driver and Patrick Allen, they've got 3 number 1 tailbacks.
And, you know, what they do there, they win in the weight room there, without a doubt. They have do a great job.
Edwards rolling. He's got Shreve short, deep. Oh. Incomplete, and that was trying to go to the tight end, Jonathan Thorman.
He was all alone back there, wasn't he? Boy, he had a great opportunity there. I just think, you know, he's regretting that, but just a little more focused. They'll come back to him. Here we go. We've got a nice little rollout package here coming, and what's great about it, they had a flood pattern. They had one guy in the flats, and he starts to roll deep, throwing it on the run, and there it is. I mean, just beat everybody deep. What a great opportunity there to get an easy score. But hey, they'll come back to it. You know, Coach Bruni has a lot of faith.
2nd and 10, running out. Trying to run the option, it looked like, and Edwards gets brought down by Jonathan Fiegel. I was thinking option top side with
right
Murray.
There. It was like wider. They had the perimeter. They had I'm not sure that we were even looking to pitch the ball at all. He just came up and saw the Creek 3 defenders here coming right in his face. So take a look at this. Now, the key is we want to be able to come up and pitch off the first man we see, and he had a lot of indecision. He juked up, went back, and didn't even look out for Murray at all. He was pitch man wide open.
And I think that was Hines as well that helped blow that up. Big Shane Hines. High snap. Edwards corrals it in, trying to set up the screen, and it is in and out of the hands of Murray. Trying to set it up to him out of the backfield, and he can't hang on to it to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they didn't have much there at all, really. There's 2 Creek defenders right on Murray, and it was just nothing there.
But where they're at, they'll go for it because they're at the, 27-yard line.
Yeah, field goal game's not quite there.
No, it is. Herman Timmerjoe. I'm not sure what the distance is
going on.
But he is from Sweden. Well, what would it be? You do the math. There's a good look at head coach Dave
44
Rooney.
yards.
40. Yeah, I don't know if he's quite there.
Okay.
But he can bomb them.
Gotcha.
He's from Sweden. I think it's Herm Timmerjoe.
Nice. Go.
Herman Timmerjoe. Edwards rolling top side, unloads it to Tucker. No, it's incomplete. It might have been intended for Owens.
Yeah.
And Indian Creek takes over, and boy, you got to give an attaboy to the Creek defense. Yeah. As hot as things are, as long as they were on the field, I mean, it would have been easy to gas out on there, but boy, they held strong.
No, there's no question about that, Don. I mean, these guys are playing with their heart right now. They're rallying to the ball. There always seems to be about three Creek defenders around the ball every time to make the tackles. So it's not just solo tackles. So Coach Connor's got them going.
They needed the offense is the key, though. They need to establish something offensively, and they've had one possession where they went 3 and out. Yeah. Thomas was the featured man there, and he is back at fullback. Or tailback, rather, and he takes the handoff, kind of picks his way through. Nice gain on first down, called about 3 or 4 yards.
Jonathan Price did a nice job there. Basically a kick out on the isolation play. And you see him kick it out and was able to bring it up inside through the A-gap.
And it'll be 2nd down and 5.
Which is great. Anytime you get 5 yards on first down, that's a positive situation.
That's the old saying. It's a win on first down. Get 3 or 4 yards, there's a win on first down. That's a big win on first down.
Absolutely.
So 2nd and 5. Hand off to the fullback. And he's going to come up about a yard short. Jonathan Price.
tell you, I like this fullback. Price does a nice job blocking, and then when you ask him to carry the ball, here he goes. He can carry the load. It's a tough position to play. You got to be an unselfish guy. You got to be tough, handle linebackers, defensive ends, and I'm sure he's pretty good in the weight room the way he's playing right here.
3rd and a yard. 37 seconds to go, as you see on the Huntington Bank score bar here in the first quarter. I think you may want to see Wilson keep it here, though. It's 3rd and short.
Yeah, it is. Great opportunity. Oh,
no, they're going to toss. Thomas, first down.
Nice.
And Price, couple nice fullbacks tonight, and there is Price. Actually Thomas out to the 43-yard line, so a first down for Indian Creek. And I talked to Coach Connor last night. He said, you know what? He said, we need a chance to show just how good we are. You know, we're improving. We're getting better and better. And here we look, excellent play. There's a block by Price.
Yeah. Great block by him. I mean, that's one of the things that set this thing up, without a question there.
He just felt that, and when you open with Big Red, obviously, but he felt that, ironically, the toughest part of their schedule was in the front end. He said, Don, we played Big Red, we played St. C, we played UL, and we're 2-4, but I think we're better than the 2-4 team. And he really felt confident, felt he matched, that his team matched up pretty well with Martins Ferry. And so far, the Creek holding their own on the Apollo scoreboard. Indian Creek leads at 7-0 after 1 quarter of play. WTOV9 Game of the Week brought to you in part by Ohio Valley Honda, Belmont and Harrison Career Center, Weirton Medical Center, National City Bank, Team Toyota, and Jefferson Community College. Let's step to the sidelines and check in with Natalie.
Hey guys, I am here with the assistant principal of Indian Creek High School, Steve Kauser. I understand you have something to tell us about the band tonight.
Well, this year, in the last 5-6 years, we've had a all high school and junior high band come to the high school for the games. And this year we have over 250 students who are band members at the junior high and the high school come out and perform before the game started, then they'll perform at the halftime. So, and the band has grown from one time about 7-8 years ago, only 29 high school band members, to we have 130 this year and expect about 150 next year. So a combination with the junior high and the high school, we have close to 250 students who participate in junior high and high school band.
Well, thank you very much. We're going to have to keep an eye on them at halftime. Okay. All right, Don, Manny, back to you.
Bye.
And I tell you what, they're loud and proud. They're in the end zone playing Eye of the Tiger right now.
There you go, bringing us back.
So Jonathan Price with a nice pick up there brings up 3rd and 5.
It was interesting. They ran back to the weak side there. The fullback lined up to the left, and a little misdirection.
They'll send R.J. Roberts down to the bottom. Now look, they've got Wilson alone in the backfield, and Thomas is up to the top side.
Flag on the play. The penalty, delay of game.
Delay of game on Indian Creek.
5-yard mark off. Make it 3rd and 10.
Now, you got to wonder if there's a gadget coming for the length of time they took to get the play in.
Yeah, that's a very good point here.
You
know, and a gadget's always good. Might as well run it now. 3rd and 10, they're different on that.
And
let's see what happens.
And Thomas, they'll do some of that stuff like they do down at Arkansas.
Oh, yeah.
Thomas can throw the ball. They'll do some different things with him. He's lined up at actually, he's going to split top side. Here he comes in motion. There's confusion. I'm telling you, there was a gadget play coming, and you've got the confusion. So timeout for Indian Creek. WTOV9 brings you week number 8, if you can believe it, of the Game of the Week. Next Friday night, Steubenville Big Red travels to Wheeling Park to take on the Patriots. Stay tuned after Sports Friday to catch the big game. It's next Friday's WTOV9 Game of the Week, the only game in town, Steubenville Big Red and Wheeling Park. Now that is Friday night between Big Red and Park, and there is a doubleheader next weekend as well with Brook and Weir. We'll tell you about that as well. That game is Sunday. Their original schedules had it different, but it is Sunday at noon. Brook and Weir High. The game played Friday night. We'll show it to you Sunday at noon. So here we go. 3rd and 10. Now, they probably changed everything.
Yeah.
Because, if you and I are looking for a gadget,
Everyone
I'm sure
in the house
everybody's looking
knows.
for a gadget. Yeah. I like gadgets, though. Low snap. Wilson's going to run it. Wilson's got a hole and gets brought down from behind. Had a lot of green grass in front of him, but gets pulled down from behind at the 48-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th down play.
Yeah, because quarterback draw there. I mean, they spread him out, and really is pretty good in situation here. Wilson gets the ball, and when you look at the big picture of this, there's only 5 guys in the front for Martins Ferry, so that's really why he got 6 yards right there. And does a nice job carrying the ball. Hey, if they didn't have that 5-yard penalty, it would have been a 1st down.
Good point. Edwards back deep to receive the punt from Matthew. He had a nice one last time. Ooh, another nice one. And it's going to take a Creek bounce if they can dive on it at the 5-yard line. So special teams have been pretty special tonight for the Creek. And right there, Dalton Anderson with a big job there. Apollo scoreboard, the Creek 7, Ferry nothing. We'll be back after this. We're back. Apollo scoreboard, Creek leading Ferry 7-0. And Ferry going to have the handoff deep in their own end. Driver bounces off one, then spins, and Mr. Stone says, how do you do? Matt Stone with the tackle. But the Creek defense, though, they need to take advantage of this and pin Ferry back.
Yeah, you don't know how long
Ferry did not score, but they had an excellent drive.
They sure
They moved
did,
it from inside their own 20, deep into the red zone of the Redskins, rather.
Yeah. And,
I just shy of the red zone, but.
Yeah, it's a tough deal. I mean, right now, the chances of scoring are very minimal when you start this far back. So Creek needs to take advantage of this and their great special teams play.
All right, you said that. Now there's going to be a 90-yard touchdown.
Here we go.
Now, this is what we talked about earlier with switching to quarterbacks. It's the 3rd series, and now they've gone to Shane Forte coming at quarterback.
Tough when you're backed up to make a choice.
But that was preset, though.
Yeah.
I think that was something that they had planned coming in that they would shift at the 3rd series. You look at Coach Dave Bruni, but that backs them up.
Red ticket 738-051.
And I'm trying to see. The ball spot at about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, 97 yards to go.
2nd and 13, but you said it'd be hard to score from here, so you'll probably see a touchdown for 97 yards. Ooh. Fumble, ball on the ground, and Creek's got it. Touchdown, Indian Creek. Oh, mercy.
I'll tell you, that's amazing.
And I'll tell you, I think Daniel Dunleavy got it.
The
running back never had the handoff. He kind of dribbled it and went and
amazing.
They kicked it around instead of falling on it, give up the safety.
Right. Let's take a look at this, Don. I mean, one of the cardinal rules, you're sitting back here, you should never run toss out of your end zone. And I not questioning Coach Bruni here, but you look at it, only bad thing, you have to hand off coming out of your end zone, and it cost him right here.
I just got a quick look there in the replay. Here's Matthews' extra point, and it's up and good. Did the pitch go off the fullback? I thought the pitch might have hit.
It was deflected.
I think it hit the fullback is what the problem was. Apollo scoreboard, Indian Creek shocking Ferry so far, 14-0 your score. Let's take a look here in the replay. Let's watch the pitch.
Oh.
No, it didn't.
He didn't get it. It just spun off.
He didn't get it. And here, you know what? That's when you want to just
Don,
fall on
it. Still comes back to the play. I mean, you don't run toss in the end zone. I mean, just hand the ball off. You got to get it out. It's tough.
I blame you.
What?
I blame you because you said here and you said back here you're not going. It's hard to score from here. Except I was thinking scoring the other way.
Okay, I got you.
You gotta watch that stuff. You say things like that and it happens. I'm telling you, Manny Matsakis had just said, boy, back here and you're on the 3-yard line, tough to score from here. Well, not exactly.
Yeah, not if you're on the defense.
Not exactly. Wintersville Trophy Shop kickoff, and Brandon Matthews earned his money tonight. But once again, the special teams, that was set up by a beautiful punt.
Yeah. This is big. Here, Creek has another shot to get down there and get great field position because they're rallying big.
These kids had 2 deep kickoffs and 2 beautiful punts, and that's been the big part of this football game. Driver at his 8. He's dangerous. And he gets out to the 30-yard line.
And, that's not bad by Creek right there. I mean, they're being worn down. It's hot out here, and they're still running great.
Stop is made by number 8, Alan Maswell.
Now you have 2 options to watch your game of the week, right after Sports Friday on TV or on your computer. WTOV9 is now web streaming the games right after Sports Friday on Friday nights and News 9 tonight on Saturday night. So turn to WTOV9 or WTOV.com for all of your games of the week. So if you've got relatives or friends or alumni and folks that would like to check out a game, tell them they can check it out on the old computer. Actually, the new computer. I've got an old computer and it won't get the internet. Anyway,
we got to pick it up, Don.
We got to pick it up. I got to get with the times. Short gain there, long 3 yards.
Yeah.
But Ferry's got better field position now, which opens up this offense a little bit. Now they've gone back, and you say that there's a danger. They shifted that too. They shifted quarterbacks.
That's too scary, and you add that to being backed up and all that. It's tough.
Second, and I will call it 7. Nice play fake by Eddie. And Edwards, it dropped by Jonathan Thorman, the tight end. Remember, the Riders have been burnt by a couple of drop passes. They had a drop pass in the end zone.
3 specific ones. But, the one in the end zone, I mean, in this case, Jonathan, you look at it right now, he's got to catch the ball with his hands. He's trying to catch it in his belly, and just no way. I mean, right here is just a great thing for young guys who want to play receiver. Just watch the technique of Jonathan right here trying to catch the ball, and you look, it's like he just whiffs at it, and really the key there is just take a picture, go with your hands out, and catch the ball.
But you got to like that play call, though.
Oh, it was an excellent play.
It was open. Yeah. It was there. Here comes Edwards, 3rd and 6, looking downfield, and this one is caught.
Yeah, he scoops it up.
First down at the 45-yard line, and Murray making the catch.
Yeah, Murray was able to scoop that up nicely. Now the ball's thrown a little bit low and outside where nobody else could get it. Take a look at Edwards here on the rollout, and you can see it's perfect. He's right in a good trajectory, does a great job throwing it low, well, really outside, and beautiful. That's nice.
Yeah, got underneath it. Excellent job. Excellent look from the sidelines. Personnel change now for Ferry. They brought a number of new guys in. Ron Driver, big hole. First down and more. Driver gets brought down from behind at the 30-yard line. And a touchdown-saving tackle by Colin DeSantis. But Ron Driver showed his burst. He's limping a little bit after that, but an excellent run by Ron Driver.
Let's look at this here. Really, the key often a play is going to be Matt Shreve. He gets a nice block up here and really opens up the gap right behind the center. And Driver takes it right through.
And your pulling guard, Steve Woodford,
absolutely.
Really, he pulled over and he sealed that thing.
Yeah, there's a nice hole there. You drive a truck through it.
1st and 10 on the 30. Bone, and here comes Murray trying to string it out behind the block of Shreve. Cuts it in. He's got the first down inside the 20 to the 19. You're running out of that Bone. You've got the fullback being Shreve and then Patrick Allen. And the two of them really opened things up. And I think it was a read where Murray could have bounced inside or cut it in. The block went outside. He comes inside.
Absolutely. Look at this here. You see what Murray's doing. He gets a nice bounce here, but the key on all wishbone offenses is the fullback. I mean, that's what makes this go. I mean, I can remember seeing this before.
Hand off again. I believe that's Murray this time to about the 15-yard line.
And, I can recall, when I was at Wyoming, we played Air Force, and you look at the way Fisher DeBerry was running that offense, the big thing he always told us, Don, was if you can stop the fullback, you stop us, and they really haven't been able to do that. That's been a key.
Were you with Wyoming the year they came and played Ohio State, like on a Thursday night to kick off the season?
Yeah.
I was there.
Almost beat Ohio State.
And I'm in Sports Illustrated from that game, and I'll tell you about that later. One of my prized possessions. 2nd and 6 on the 15. Nice run. This is Allen. Once again, they mix things up, and he should be near the 6 at about the 9-yard line. But no, there was a Ohio State scored a lot of. You guys played well that night.
Yeah,
Ohio State
17-10.
Jonathan Figel.
So was it 17-10?
Yeah, it was close.
All right, I thought it was more than that. But anyway,
your internet's not working.
There's a running back for Ohio State, a long run, and I'm standing there with my arms folded on the sideline. I'm plain as day in Sports Illustrated.
Wow.
I'm telling you. That's my two claims to fame. That and I was on the Pittsburgh Steelers calendar one year. No funny remarks from the truck. Charles Johnson.
I was going to make one.
Charles Johnson catches the pass, and I'm standing right there. Anyhow. WTOV9 will bring you 4 of the area's holiday parades over the next 2 months. You can watch from your living room as WTOV9 will bring you the Perkins Restaurant Bakery Fantasy Lights Parade, the St. Clairsville, Weirton, and Steubenville Christmas parades. Everybody loves a parade, and we're the place to be. We had the Barnesville Pumpkin Parade as well.
Ooh, nice. Absolutely. That's big. That was in our best 9, wasn't it?
So here we go, 3rd and 1. We'll see where the spot is.
The winner of the raffle will let the band perform for the winner. 8 tickets for $5.
Not a whole lot.
See any band booster or the concession stand. Also, there's a marching band.
Would you dare call it 3rd?
Yeah,
inches.
Yeah, I think you're right on this. This is a key point right now. And, slowing the game down, now waiting, actually could be in Creek's favor. And they're backed up to get the mighty band in the end zone. Let's see what happens.
But their defense has been on the field most of the first half.
Yeah,
they've had, maybe 9 offensive plays? Murray.
Ooh.
First down.
Okay.
Jeremy Murray,
just shy of the 5.
Picks off a Martins Ferry first down.
What do you think play call down here and get inside the 5? You're fair.
You're the coach.
Well, I'm looking at this right now. I mean, right now I'm thinking the way they're getting down here is running the football. And it's getting a little congested even down here. Well, it's an opportunity maybe to get the ball in the flats to somebody.
In the truck they're voting for the play action pass.
It's not a bad call here because look at how bunched up they are.
Here's the handoff, and this is Murray.
Murray, the ball carrier.
Hey, I'm telling you, you might be right on this deal.
The guy talking in your ear, don't give him motivation. He'll call plays all night for you.
I love it.
That's when you say, sorry, my headset doesn't work.
If he's good, heck, if I go back to coaching, I might need him in the box,
Second down play coming up here. I was trying to look. Well, last week, for instance, Driver carried it 24 times. Patrick Allen 21 times.
Wow.
So that's 45 carries from your 2 tailbacks. There's the bone once again. Murray knifes it back inside and
it's close.
Just short.
Murray, the ball carrier.
Down to the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
And helping stop the play down there was Jared Mosser down at the goal line.
There's the spot right there for you within less than a yard, I guess.
Jared Mosser on the stop for the Redskins. 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
5 minutes to go here, first half. Boy, Indian Creek had a dandy up here with St. Clairsville. Last year, St. Clairsville pulled out at the end, but Creek tough at home.
Yeah, they're do a nice job here.
Oh, ball on the ground. Quarterback never had the snap, and Creek says they have it. We'll see what they say.
We may have. Pretty close here. Get down underneath.
No, that's a lot of orange jerseys on the bottom, but I see a purple pant.
They got
Creek's got it.
Wow.
Oh, mercy. I'm telling you what, Indian Creek has gotten a year worth of, the whole season worth of breaks in this game tonight.
And Coach Connor will take it right
breaks,
now.
But still.
Yeah. Well, right here,
never
got the snap. In this case here, you just watch that snap. I mean, Edwards didn't have his left hand underneath enough. There's too much of a gap, and it popped through.
You got to give, I believe it was Jared Mosser credit as well, because the thing that happened, the snap was bad. Edwards pulled out, but Mosser just went in there like a shot.
Sure did. All right, I'll tell you what, the fans in the end zone are going crazy right now.
Well, both coaches are pretty wound up. There's Andrew Connor and Dave Bruni on the other side, and things are getting pretty wild and heated right now. Help me out with the number. Here we go. Watch Mountaineer Magazine this Saturday on WTOV9. We'll get updates on all of your latest news from West Virginia Mountaineers on Mountaineer Magazine, Saturday and every Saturday, 11:30 a.m. only on WTOV9. Natalie.
Mississippi State University.
I am down here with the Martins Ferry cheerleaders. Score really not in your favor, but what do you think? You think they'll pull through?
I think they'll pull through. We work pretty hard. It's happened before. I think we'll pull through.
All right, you guys have a cheer for me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Go! Go, Riders, go! Go! Go, Riders,
We have a
go!
lost child,
Go! Go,
Seth
Riders, go!
Irvin. Please, will the parents meet Seth Irvin under the bleachers?
I have one thing to say right here.
Go ahead.
Don't run toss in the end zone.
Don't run toss in the end zone. You see the Creek players telling their band to quiet things down a bit.
Sure.
They've got the ball on their own 1 yard line, so you need a good snap. Just let your quarterback sneak it up in there.
Hand it off and sneak it. It is hard to score this far away, Don.
I'm going to. Here we go. Wilson. Now they do hand it off. Oh, what a hit.
That's better than giving up
Fullback
points.
got drilled, and
Okay.
I'm trying to catch that was Freddie Owens that came up with the big hit.
That's key. I mean, they got it out a little bit. They need to probably do it one more time. Just get it out a little bit more and then take a shot on third down. But punt it. I mean, the kicking game right now for Creek is stellar.
Well, if you look back to that opener with Big Red, and as good a team as Big Red is, but when you stop and look at it, though, Indian Creek with some bad snaps, they did a lot of. They didn't help themselves, shot themselves in the foot a lot, and tonight they've been mistake-free so far. You don't have to be spectacular, but sometimes just don't make mistakes. There's Thomas, and he kind of wedges out of the 5 yard line.
This is the thing to do right here. Isolation play just gets a few more yards, so if they have to punt it on fourth down, they'll be fine.
In your football playing experience, so a play like that, there's Ferry on the 1 yard line, the ball. I mean, what a mess that has to be underneath the bottom of that pile.
Without a question. And it's crazy. I can't even tell. I don't want to say because there's too many women and children watching what goes underneath that pile right there.
Well, and I'm sure that the guy that initially had it normally isn't the guy that ends up with it.
Half the time it isn't. You're right.
Ball on the 5 yard line.
Third down play. They're out to the 5. There's Thomas deep in the backfield. And they're going to give it to Thomas. And Mike Hammerquist with the tackle. So the Ferry defense does what they need to do.
And even Creek did what they needed to do right there. You look at Coach Connor had a good, and that time he took a calculated risk. He spread out the field a little bit, had a slot in the wide receiver to the left, and Ferry adjusted well to it. And that's why we're punting right now.
Timeout, Martins Ferry.
Trying to get some time on that clock so they can get another drive and score.
Now here's the thing: if you're Martins Ferry, every break, everything that could possibly go Indian Creek's way has. Well, there's Promo 45, here we go. Sports, get all the highlights and scores from the world of high school football every Friday, following News 9 tonight on Sports Friday, and a weekly wrap-up of the biggest news in sports on Sports Sunday at 11:35 only on WTOV9. That is myself, and that is Rob Metzger, who's been an excellent addition to our News 9 sports team this season. Now, as I was saying, though, if you're Martins Ferry, you can make up for the misdeed of the fumble to 1 yard line.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got the ball. If you can get the ball in good field position after this punt, score here, going to halftime down 14-7. That cures a lot of your ills.
Oh, it would be big. I mean, it would be very big here. And this is a key time right now, and should have good field position and plenty of time. You don't want to, you've got the sideline to.
Do you try and block it?
No. Don't.
Afraid of the roughing?
Yeah, you're going to rough them. You're going to give them a point. If you try to. Oh, geez, you don't do it. And you make sure even, because there's always one guy to go for the punter. Don't tell him not to go for him. Get around and get a return. A wall would be ideal.
And Matthews back there, and I'm telling you, Edwards an excellent return, man.
Yep.
Now this is when they needed the big punt. They did not get it. So Ferry will take over their own 20-yard line. We will take a break. 2:49 to go, first half. Creek leading Ferry 14-0.
It'll be 1st and 10, Martins Ferry.
And we were back. Apollo scoreboard. Creek 14-0. Ron Driver. Driver cuts it back inside. Driver 10-5. Touchdown, Purple Riders.
And, you can score from the 20.
You can score from the 20, and Driver just did that. But you always talk about the vision of a running back. Boy, that cutback was there, and he took it.
It sure was. And it was funny. Driver initially gets the ball and starts coming to his left here, and overreaction by the linebackers at Creek, and he bends it back.
Number 11.
And as we said earlier, going to the break, that cures a lot of ills.
At halftime now. I mean, yeah.
And we'll take a look at the replay after the extra point. Timmerjo on to attempt it for the Purple Gang. And the snap, the placement, and that kick is up and good. Excellent
might
kick.
have hit that 44-yarder earlier. I don't know.
2 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's take a look at the replay of the touchdown.
Here we go, right here. In this case, Edwards hands it off, and Driver's got the ball. You see how he stretched everything, and the whole defensive line, linebackers went to the left and had a great bend-back play.
Matt Shreve, I believe, took out 3 defenders.
I'm telling you, earlier in the game, he is the key.
Bounced off on another one and took a third guy out. Excellent job by the fullback, and I believe it was Woodford as well that was pulling. So the blocking was there and allowed the cutback to be. Apollo scoreboard, Creek 14, Ferry 7. The most comprehensive high school football website in the Ohio Valley, WTOV9.com's high school super site. Takes you inside the locker room and onto the field of your favorite area football teams. Everything you need to know about your team. You can't get closer to the game than on WTOV9.com. And while you're there, check in for the Big Season Sports Big 22. Click on Big 22. There are 22 players listed from the preseason 22 that you can vote on to be Player of the Year, which will be announced at our banquet at the end of the year. And last year was Zach Kallars. I believe the top 5 players, they finalize it down to the top 5, top 3, and then you have your winning player. And the Big 22 come to that banquet. Right. But if a player that you feel deserves to be there is not on there, you can write them in as a write-in candidate.
Absolutely.
So anybody in the Valley that you think should be there, you can write them in for their vote. Wintersville Trophy Shop kickoff, and Timmerjo, it's a bouncer, and that's fielded down at the 10 to the 20. Wait, and he's going to be brought down there. Good coverage by the Rider special teams.
Yeah, in this case here now, Indian Creek's coming in, and they just need to get a couple first downs and get a little momentum going at the half. I mean, the score isn't even what's important here. You got 2.5 minutes to go, and see where it goes. Take a look at this return here now. You get a ball bouncing there, and really do a nice job here just getting it up in there. But I'll tell you what, you could just see how jacked up the Martins Ferry coverage unit was. I mean, right now, you could see right there how they're probably going to be going in at halftime, though.
First and 10 on their own 18. Now, if you're Creek, you want to be able to get 1, maybe 2 first downs. Yeah. I think you want to get this 2.5 going. Creek gets the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, they don't want to.
They haven't thrown one yet. Here goes Thomas to the outside. He's at the 20.
This is good. Takes up some time.
Gain of a couple.
That's important. Nice stretch play. Get it out there. Let the clock keep running. They just want to go in without giving Ferry the ball. Because right now, Ferry is extremely emotional. If they can deflate him with a couple first downs, they can equalize a little bit. But right now, you could just see the sideline at Ferry is just completely into this game. So.
And Ferry needed that touchdown without a doubt, because everything had just really been snowballing in the direction of Creek.
Yeah.
But talking to Coach Connor last night, I mean, every year, Ferry and Creek always ends up seeming to be a good game between similar smash mouth type of teams. This is the fullback.
Yeah.
And he gets to the 25. That's Price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Jonathan. He does a nice job blocking, and he's
Jonathan Price, the ball carrier.
Little counter play there for him.
Made by number 6, Mike Hammerquist. Gain of 2 yards, 3rd and 3.
There's the intensity of head coach Dave Bruni over on the Martins Ferry sideline.
Does he ever age?
No.
You know what I mean? I saw him 20 years ago, and then I walked in his locker room. He looks the same today. It's amazing.
I've spent a lot of time with him in the locker room. Very enjoyable. He's always one of those guys when I'm out making my rounds. I always make sure I stop and chat with Coach Bruni, because we talk about everything.
Yeah, he's what makes Valley football
great. Absolutely. 3rd and 3. And they're going to get stopped, and Ferry's going to get the ball back with some time on the clock.
Yeah, let it keep running down. See if Ferry's not going to call timeout. Doesn't look like it. Although it might be a good idea. Just letting it go down.
Oh, they are.
Wow. You know, you get momentum, you might want to take it. And who's going to get the ball first in the second half?
Creek. Because remember, it started with Ferry fumbling that kickoff.
Wow. So Creek gets it first. In this case here, actually, a timeout should have been called by Martins Ferry. According to all, what they say about clock management in games, especially when you know that you're not going to be the first one to get the ball in the second half.
Just a reminder, the Indian Creek High School band.
Coming up, you're going to watch the WVU Mountaineers take on the Syracuse Orangemen Saturday at noon on WTOV9, the Big East matchup. You don't want to miss WVU and Syracuse Saturday at noon only on WTOV9. That is tomorrow at high noon. WVU and Syracuse right here on WTOV9. And
how about that South Florida game?
Yeah, but I'm thinking, I watched, I believe it was Syracuse beat Louisville a couple of weeks ago. We had that game on as well. And Syracuse is a team that up until that point had shown nothing.
I'm still talking South Florida, Don. I'll tell you what, be careful.
They're good. I saw South Florida
beat
Auburn.
I mean, they're good. Jim Levitt does a great job down there. I only say that because we coached together for 3 years.
Yeah. Well, you just want to rub salt in the wound.
No, I love the Mountaineers. Coach Rodriguez is a very good friend. I want the Mountaineers.
All right, they lost at South Florida.
Yeah.
Right, there you go. Matthew with the punt.
Ooh, now that's what they needed there.
Murray.
Good job. Good coverage.
Ooh, excellent coverage.
4 defenders right on it. I'll tell you, Creek does a great job on special teams, and that's the exclamation point for the first half.
So 7 ticks on that clock here in the first half.
7 seconds to go in the first half. It's Martins Ferry has the ball.
Take a look here.
Watch this tackle here. Watch here. Get 1, 2. Ooh, and he lowers his head. You got to really watch that. Yeah, very dangerous situation there. So, parents, you got your pee-wee football player out there. Make sure they keep their head up and watch spearing right there, because there's a few guys not playing the game today because they tackle wrong. So
they got a boatload of speed to the top side. You're going to have a flag, Coach. I mean, they didn't get a chance to line up.
Yeah.
The penalty, illegal substitution.
Illegal substitution.
Does it look like a Hail Mary shot here or what? They're trying to, a team that
a
doesn't
boatload
throw the
of
ball.
Speed. I mean, heck, they had Murray and Driver. They had a boatload of speed up top side.
Yeah. Let's see what happens here. They're going to take one shot at it.
Got Owens up there. He's tall, 6'1 or 6'2. Edwards, straight drop. He gets some pressure. He's going to be brought down. The sack for Indian Creek, and Dalton Anderson among those leading the charge. Apollo's scoreboard has Indian Creek leading Martins Ferry 14-7, and a very emotional Andrew Connor and a very emotional Indian Creek team with an excellent job in that first half. As he said, a lot of people giving his team a chance in that one. Ferry a favorite.
These guys are for real.
And a heavy favorite.
Yeah.
And Creek with something to prove. But, Martins Ferry, some mistakes really hurt them, and I'm sure they'll work on getting those corrected. And let's head down to the sidelines, and we will check in with Natalie Pasquarella, who has Andrew Connor, the head coach of Indian Creek.
I'm here with Coach Connor. You're up 7 points. Your thoughts on the first half?
Well, we got 24 minutes to play, and we got to go in there and keep our kids up, and we got to do a better job offensive. Our defense is playing a hell of a game. Offensive right now, we got to sustain, move the ball, and get our running game going.
All right, I'll let you get back to the team. Thank you very much. Good luck. Don.
And thanks a lot, Natalie. We go to the half. Creek leading Ferry 14-7 on the Apollo scoreboard. And welcome back. We are set for the second half of the WTOV9 Game of the Week between the Indian Creek Redskins and the Purple Riders of Martins Ferry. Game of the Week brought to you in part by the easy-to-use Big Book, Weirton Chiropractic Clinic and Wheeling Spine Center, A&B Auto, Used Car Outlet, West Liberty State College, Wheeling Hospital, Wheeling Nissan, and Riverside Medical. Martins Ferry with a trailing by the score of 7-14. As we start the second half, we take a look at game tracks from the beginning with the opening kickoff. Big hit here by the defense, by the special teams for the Creek, and they scoop it up, take it the other way. Jonathan Price with a touchdown. Quick 7-0 lead. Then the fumble in the end zone. Creek coming up with the recovery. Daniel Dunleavy with the touchdown. 14-0. Creek with the lead. Then late in the half, Ron Driver scoring on the touchdown run. That makes it 14-7, and that is where we stand now. Indian Creek leading 14-7 as we get set to start the second half of play. On the Apollo scoreboard, 14-7, Creek over Ferry. Let's head to the sidelines to check in with Natalie Pascarella.
That's right, guys. I'm here with Coach Bruni. Coach, what needs to happen this second half?
Well, we need to play a little bit smarter when we have the football and protect it a little better and not give them any more presents. I think both teams are playing extremely hard, and it's a good, hard-fought high school football game. We need to take care of the football and play good, sound defense, and good things will start happening for us.
All right. Thank you, Coach. I'll let you get back to the team. Thank you. Don, Manny, back.
And thanks a lot, Natalie. And you heard head coach Dave Bruni say, we don't want to give them any more presents, and you couldn't exactly. That's probably the best way to phrase it. I mean, it's been a couple of give touchdowns, but you got to be there to make the plays. But the fumble in the kickoff, and then the fumble in the end zone.
I agree. I mean, with half of it, I think Creek caused the fumble on the kickoff.
Well, absolutely.
Okay, they got the one up here, so it's a little bit.
It depends on what side of the sideline you're on.
Ferry, it's gifts.
If you're that head coach, you're saying gift,
play.
and Creek, you're saying you made the play happen.
Yeah. So give Creek some. I mean, I give them credit for the first one, then.
And I think we have, because when you looked on game tracks, it was a big hit that knocked the fumble out for Creek.
Yeah. No, this is a heck of a football game. I'll tell you what, we picked a good one this weekend.
And it will be Indian Creek getting the ball here to start the second half. But for Creek to win this football game, they've had a defensive touchdown, they've had a special teams touchdown. Yeah. Their offense.
They need a trifecta.
Yeah, they've got to do one the way you're supposed to do it with the offense.
Yeah, and Coach Connor did say that before going in the half. He says, we just get the offense going.
Now, I want to see Mr. Timmerjo boom one, because I know he can put it in the end zone. A nice
underneath
kick.
It a little bit.
Underneath it, and is fielded just across the 15. And Creek will have the ball on the 20-yard line. That was the Wintersville Trophy Shop kickoff. We mentioned going into half, one of the mistakes was the fumble when they were going in for the touchdown on the 1-yard line of Creek. But what ends up happening there, though, the short punt, they got the ball in the short field and scored. That a huge point in this ball game right now, because it'd be a heck of a different situation if Ferry was down 14-0 at this point.
Absolutely. Well, let's see what Creek comes out with here.
Mike Wilson, still quarterback. You see Price is your up man. Thomas deep. That's a costly way to start things off for Creek. That'll back them up 5.
The penalty, illegal procedure.
And if you look back to one of their drives in the first half, that was a problem. They had a penalty. What was it? Delay a game, I believe. A 5-yard penalty cost them. It was a third down play.
They had it.
Came up just short. Michael Smith split here clear to the bottom. Thomas deep in that backfield. They have not tried to throw the football. Thomas off that top side. Nice spin. He's still going at the 30. Thomas breaks the tackle. Thomas 40 across midfield to the 40. Brought out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Dorian Thomas, a sophomore, exploding with a huge run for the Creek.
Absolutely. Ran it to the right to the tight end side there, Don. They had the fullback, Jonathan Price, in the offset position, and really were able to bust this thing open. Take a look. They're in a pro right formation. Price comes up. He makes a nice stick there, just enough to put us in position for Dorian Thomas to make this big play. And that's the thing. You spring it at the first level, and then you had
nice cut
blocks, too.
Jay Calhoun, the tight end as well, sealed things as well. A nice move opening up that hole. It's time to fullback Price. And, boy, that's a fullback run.
That's it. I like him.
A fullback run is literally, you give it to him with the quick handoff, and you see two bodies stop. Then you see a mass of about 8 bodies rolling through, and you know the fullback's in the bottom of that thing.
Absolutely.
That's a typical hard-nosed fullback run.
Yeah, Mike Allstott right there.
There you go.
That's it.
I'm thinking, is it back here for 2-yard loss? No, heck, he's up there with a gain of 6.
Yeah, beautiful play there. That's the key for Creek right now.
Come on, you got to say the price is right just once. Here's Thomas. Excellent play defensively. And that's our man, Mr. Shreve, I believe, tripping him up.
No surprise there. He's playing a good game as well.
Yeah, that was Matt Shreve diving in there for the tackle.
Yeah, this really helps a lot on field position. Regardless of what happens here, the key is if Creek can keep this ball down on the other end of the field there, they got a great shot to come out
and Creek showing a lot of heart. I mean, they got roughed up by St. Clairsville last week.
Yeah, they sure did.
To drop to 2-4, a couple big losses to them and Union Local, and these kids keep scrapping right back at it.
Yeah.
Wilson looking to put it up, and wide open, Michael Smith, touchdown, Indian Creek.
Wow, uncovered completely. Great play action pass there. And everything looked so slow. In the play pass action, it was wide open.
As they say, how about that?
Yeah.
And that was, let's take a look at it. Creek fans like it. Good play action.
You just see it there. Everyone's thinking run, run, run. There it is, right there. Beautiful. Uncovered completely. Excellent job by Price on it. Well, I'll tell you what, that's fabulous.
Another look at it, Doan Ford replay.
Michael
Here's
Smith.
The play action. And our guy in the truck shows it to us twice because he's been calling for this all
Smith
night.
Makes a great catch here, and here we go.
2-point try. Daniel Dunleavy throws it. Incomplete. They're trying to get Calhoun, and we were watching the replay. I did not see. Did they line it for 2, or was a bad snap on the extra point? I don't know.
We'll get back to it.
We will take a break. Flag on the play. No good. So 20-7, Creek leads it. We'll be back after this. And we are back. Indian Creek leading Martins Ferry 20-7. The extra point play no good, but what a play in the touchdown for Indian Creek.
Oh, yeah. That was big.
Creek can keep the ball down, get him inside the 25. This will be important for them.
And this has been the big key for them. The booming Brandon Matthew has been stellar with the kickoff. So we don't want to jinx
them. Game of field position, right?
We don't want to jinx them because we talked about how good the punts were and the bad punt. But punting out of the end zone any time is tough.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And this is a great opportunity here for Creek to keep the heat on. I mean, that's what they're going to have to play, 4 solid quarters. And let's see what Brandon does here. He's having a nice game kicking the ball, Matthew, isn't he?
Wintersville Trophy Shop kickoff here for Brandon Matthew. Driver back deep along with Murray.
They get the good bounce.
And they better pick it. Oh, my God. Indian Creek football. Oh, mercy.
Talk about an onside kick. Wow.
What a costly mistake there. He's looking at it like it's a punt.
Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's tough. My goodness.
No, I've never seen that happen.
It's tough. You just got to look at that situation. I don't know who that was. Obviously, it was,
it was a young mistake.
Yeah,
he's looking at it like it's a punt, but boy, that's a live ball. And boy, Creek, what a golden opportunity. Dorian Thomas is brought down at the 11-yard line. Good stick there defensively for the Purple Riders.
You know,
and that's Clay Francis.
Regardless of that, I mean, they got the result. The ball's going to be played down on this end of the field, and that's the key in the overall scheme. They get a score out of this thing. They could be putting this thing out.
I tell you what, I've never seen. I mean, you're talking about an opening kickoff fumble.
Yeah.
The fumble. those are 3 plays you're not going to see very often.
All special teams. That's the thing. It's amazing.
Wilson looking for Smith, but back across the middle. Calhoun incomplete.
He was open.
And good coverage for the Purple Riders. I believe that was... I'm looking at Chase Tucker was over there, 22. Let's take another look at it. I'm surprised they did go to put it up, but they are going for the dagger. I mean, they're
well, they are, and that's what you need to do here in this case. They're really doing a nice job. Get the sprint out, but he's wide open. He just overthrew it a little bit. Just throw it down. And he's got it.
2 keys there. Excellent play by Tucker, and Shane Forte forced Wilson into the situation he didn't, because I really think that was trying to go to the fullback, short, or Smith long. He had 2 options top side. I don't think back across the middle is what he was looking for.
No.
3rd and goal. Smith motion top side. Nope. You're going to have a timeout, Indian Creek.
The winner of the 3rd game ball donated by Dusty Equipment is Betty Hazeley.
And if Ferry can dodge this bullet, it'll be a very big one to dodge. We will take a break. 9:37 to go. 3rd quarter. Creek leading Ferry 20-7 on the Apollo scoreboard. Welcome back to Kettlewell Stadium. Indian Creek leading Martins Ferry 20-7. And right now, Creek looking at a 3rd and goal to go on the 10-yard line, trying to capitalize on the recovery of the kickoff. Thomas deep in the backfield. Smith going in motion. They'll run a reverse with him occasionally. Oh, movement again. A costly mistake for Indian Creek.
Yeah.
After a timeout, you've got another snap count.
Exactly.
That's twice in the second half.
And that's frustrating, I'm sure, for Coach Connor. But I mean, they're still in good position. Just got to get up there. The worst case scenario, if they get a field goal attempt here, they'll be in pretty good shape.
And it is 3rd and goal. They've got to score the touchdown. So here's Wilson in the gun. Dorian Thomas now split to the bottom. 2 receivers up top. They're looking for Thomas all the way. Now Wilson's going to run it. Mike to the 10. Wilson down to the 5-yard line. That's a good play on 3rd down.
It is. Now they're in field goal position.
And they're going to do it. Matthew will come out to kick the field goal.
Makes up for the extra point from before. You know, it makes Martins Ferry. Take a look at this. It's designed as a drop back pass here, but I'll tell you what, very, very smart move here.
Good protection.
Run, yeah. Excellent. Opens up nicely, protects the ball, gets all the way to the 5. So we've got basically an extra point from the left hash right now.
Brandon Matthew on for the extra point, but if you're Ferry, even if he makes it, you've dodged a bullet if you don't give up 3 points.
It makes you score an extra time. So
snap placement. Brandon Matthews' kick is up, and it is good. Martins Ferry tacks 3 more on the board for their Creek. Shocking Ferry right now, 23-7, 8:45 to go, 3rd quarter. And welcome back. Let's head to the sidelines and check in with Natalie Pascarella.
That's right, guys. As we told you earlier, it is all band night tonight for the Indian Creek band players. You're in 8th grade, right? So what's tonight been like for you?
At first, you're like really nervous, and then you get out there and you just get really pumped, and you're just moving as much as you can and trying to play the notes and memorize and march, and it's really fun.
All right, so you're having a good time. Okay, and you're a junior with the band, so what's it been like for you tonight?
It's been fun because it gets them some experience, because I'll be a senior next year with them, and they'll be freshmen, so it gets them a lot of experience.
All right, guys, Indian Creek band members, back to you.
And thanks a lot, Natalie. And it has been great with that band tonight. And just an excellent showing and an excellent job they've done with that band here at Indian Creek. Set for another kickoff, Wintersville Trophy Shop kickoff.
Sure can hear that band up here during the game, huh? All in the press box.
Have you, like I'm telling you, the opening kickoff and that kickoff there.
Wow. Special
the kickoffs have been the most exciting things in this ball game. Look at that one.
Oh.
Murray drops it, and they're going to fall on it. His knees down.
I'll tell you what.
At the 2-yard line.
this
Martins
game.
Ferry special teams are normally out of this world. They're normally excellent.
Coach Bruni's one of the most disciplined guys I know. I mean, you look at this, and it's got to be eating at him right now. It's just young mistakes. But, part of it is a great kick here. I mean, that thing's nice and high.
And over end, it was good.
Yeah, and in this case here, we're trying to receive the ball. The elbows are out instead of tucked in to catch it, and just fundamental errors.
But there, you see after the thing, he was making sure. He fell on.
We're not giving
the
ball again. Yeah,
back in their own end zone again. Movement on the Riders.
Illegal procedure against Martins Ferry. That's a Hopkins for a goal.
Hand off the ball. That's all I got to say.
It's been a strange game.
Yeah, I would have not.
It's been a snowball type situation. Now you got to give Creek credit though, because this first touchdown in the second half, Dorian Thomas had the long run.
Oh yeah,
and then they threw the touchdown pass to Smith. But you've seen some bizarre things happen tonight. Driver, he may have a safety.
Oh.
No, he got across. But with the way the night's going, it wouldn't shock me if there would be a safety. Okay, that will bring up second down. And you'll see where the ball's at. There's a great shot from our crew led by Joel Banks.
Yeah, right on.
There you go. Right there. There's the bone. Shreve, boy, he barely got across as well. Brings up third down.
Tell you what, they need to get something here. It's going to be a tight punt formation. It's going to be tough to get this ball out.
Jonathan Thurman, an excellent punter.
Yeah.
But we saw with Matthew, I mean, things change when you punt out of your own end zone. Let's take a look at it.
Take a look here, the handoff, and they really get no penetration. That's the problem. The offensive
Well, that wasn't Shreve, that was Murray.
Yeah, it was Murray. That's a big play here. I mean, it's third down. I mean, Ferry needs to get some movement in it.
No. Third down play. Edwards looking. Owens. Incomplete. Michael Smith on the coverage.
Yeah, that was great coverage.
But Owens a very tall, receiver, and that's a good call. You got to try to come up with it. Pass is incomplete, so they'll punt out of their own end zone. 7:14 to go, third quarter. Huntington Bank score bar. Ferry, if you're just joining us, they came into this game 5-1. Creek came in 2-4, but.
Yeah,
what do you call these games? Right. I mean, sandwich game, what have you. I mean, next week they've got St. Clairsville, and it's
not as big if you don't beat Creek.
No, but it's easy to kind of look past Creek, but you got to look beyond that record. I mean, they beat Oak Glen and Buckeye Local, but everybody else they played will most likely be in the playoffs.
This is a key play here. With the short distance that they have to snap the ball.
Well, watch he doesn't get a high snap and step backwards. Thurman does not do that. Oh, beautiful.
Good punt. It's fair catch it.
Did he touch it? I don't think so.
He did not touch it, but you want a fair catch that.
46-yard line of Ferries where Creek will take over. We'll be back. You're watching the WTO. And we are back. Apollo scoreboard. Creek 23, Ferry 7. First and 10 at the 46. Dorian Thomas up the middle, fights for a couple, but let's go back to that punt. Jonathan Thurman, an excellent punt. I mean, 46-yard line.
Yeah.
You're punting out of your own end zone. You couldn't ask for a better deal for Ferry.
You couldn't have. I mean, about 10 yards of that was rolls, and it was fortunate it rolled that way.
So call a fair catch.
You got to fair catch that ball. That's, they did a study about 3 years ago in the NFL. The average ball that's not caught, it goes 17 yards.
I'm glad you brought that up. NFL, though, Creek's opening touchdown, NFL, you can't advance that, right?
No. No.
On the kickoff.
Right,
but in high school, you can.
Yeah.
Dorian Thomas trying to get to the outside, cuts it in, and he gets to about the 41-yard line. Good job defensively. Derek Holt turned that inside. I mentioned earlier Brandon Leonard, safety injured. not in the lineup for Martins Ferry defensively. Another look at it.
It's a good job just getting the handoff there. And, you know, you look at that, Ferry's defending, but right now they're really getting pushed off the ball.
The Creek line's doing a nice job. On that replay, you got a good look at Brent Snyder and Jarrett Mosser. Those guys are really doing a nice job. Wilson looking to put it up. And it's incomplete.
He's calling.
The defender had position. It was intended for R.J. Roberts, and Derek Edwards is an excellent cover corner. The defensive back. Last week he had 4 picks.
That's exactly right. Now look at this now. You just watch the key here as he releases the ball. He's in good position to defend, and there it is. That's beautiful. It's a nice job. That was fair. It was good. I know we're always looking to call for interference, but that wasn't.
Everybody's always wanting the flag to fly, huh?
Uh-huh.
Now let's see here. Now Matthew, he's done the job tonight. Another big punt for Brandon Matthew.
Good snap.
Got plenty of time. Murray fumbles the football, but Ferry picks it up. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line, and boy, I'm telling you, Derek Holt, was it Derek Holt? Derek Holt recovered it, made a lot out of it. The Wheeling Nailers face off their season Friday, October 26th. Don't be left without season tickets. Get your season tickets. Call the Nailers at 304-234-4625 or 1-877-NAIL-TICKS. The replay gentleman.
Yeah, this is a tough ball to catch. End over end punt. I mean, that's not normal for a punt return. Usually that's a kickoff. And in this case here, the ball's muffed, and they're fortunate to get anything out of that.
There's the eye set. Man goes in motion. Burris up top side. They're going to run it that way. This is Murray, and he's to the 29. And he's hobbled with an injury, but I'm telling you, that kid's a game breaker. We always talk about a home run hitter at tailback, and Murray's a home run hitter.
Yeah, he sure is.
The thing is, though, Ferry needs 2 home runs and a field goal. There's that front wall. Whew. There's a good look. Hines is doing a good job tonight, along with Mark Triconis. And Triconis is a junior.
Is that a Greek boy?
Matt Sakis, you know more about that than me. Driver is brought down from behind by Mr. Hines.
Wow.
Shane Hines.
Yes. Say hello to Mr. Hines.
You're 6'1", 240. I'll call you Mr.
Absolutely. He deserves that. Wow. Tremendous. Look at those guys. I'll tell you what, they're pretty jacked up. These D linemen look great.
There's a good look at Matt Stone. He's had a good game as well.
Yeah.
That opening kickoff, you still go back to that at the beginning of the game, but Creek needed a shot of lightning. I mean, you're 2-4, you need a jolt, and that jolt was huge. Forte in at quarterback, flushed out of the pocket, fires across the middle, has got a man incomplete. That was intended for Driver.
Yeah, he was open. It just the ball was underthrown on that.
Good look at Andrew Connor, and he's a motivator. He's one of these fiery guys. He's
a good football coach.
When you're running a camera on the sidelines, my buddy Del Barris tells me, he goes, I don't like to shoot at Creek. Because if you shoot on the Creek sideline, Andrew Connor's in every one of your shots because he paces and runs up and down the sideline everywhere. He earns his money on a Friday night. Thurman, tell you what, I like both these punters.
Yeah.
And Creek fields it at the 40-yard line. We're at 4:06 to go, third quarter. Creek leading Ferry 23-7. You're watching the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. And we are back, first down play. A gain of a couple. Price on that carry for Creek. And injured player down on the field. Boy, it looks like he may have a cramp.
Yeah, with the heat. So I'm surprised the first one we've seen.
The October heat.
Yeah.
The guys from Sunday Night Football travel to Green Bay and Lambeau Field this week as the Packers, unbeaten Packers, take on the Chicago Bears. Football Night in America starts at 7, followed by the big Sunday Night Football game in Wisconsin. Sunday Night Football on WTOV9 and NBC. And how about Brett Favre?
He's tremendous. I'll tell you, we know he's a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he is off to a great start.
I'm trying to think. Was it the Chargers game I watched? Boy, it was. I think it was tied. He threw that slant pass for the touchdown that tied the record.
Yeah.
You can't help but root for Brett Favre.
You have to.
With his age, I mean, he's kind of up there in years like you.
Oh, easy.
And late 40s.
Yeah,
and
old man.
He plays like he's 20.
He does, and he's tough. Boy,
That's
he's
the
tough.
call. I mean,
love
Brett
him.
Favre's younger than you.
Is he?
45?
Is he? I don't know. Just checking.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. Brett
38, 37.
You don't have the internet. How are you going to know how old?
Oh, you're still on me about that. Football Night in America, the great show with all of the highlights of the games and so forth from the NFL. If you're traveling to a game in the Ohio Valley this football season, you can't miss the football forecast on WTOV9.com. Log on and click on the football forecast link for the specific weather conditions for every stadium, available only on WTOV9.com's high school super site. And if you clicked on tonight, Kettlewell Stadium, it said hot, muggy, very hot, feels like August. But I'm telling you, the food of the year, there's so much food up here. They've got chili, and they've got cake, and they've pumpkin cake, which is phenomenal. They got a great big sandwich. And I'm talking with his mic, and
it's tough. You can't eat. You can't eat. That's it. We got to work.
This could be the best chili of the year, but I haven't even got a taste of it. The best St. Clairsville's was great. All year we've had a chili cook-off on the game of the week. Dorian Thomas to the outside. Thomas across midfield to the 40-yard line. He's still going. Dorian Thomas to the 30, to the 28-yard line, and I'm telling you what, Ohio Valley. Let me introduce you to Dorian Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Could
once
this be
again,
a breakout game for him?
It is definitely a marquee game right here. I mean, and you look at Dorian here, really led through. You look at just how well this block is by the fullback, Jonathan Price, and now all of a sudden he pops it. Everybody gets sucked in on Price. He hits the corner, and nice little juke. Look at him move, baby. He's got
Michael Smith with the block.
Yeah. I'll tell you, these receivers, everybody's doing a great job blocking downfield. That's how you make these big plays.
Look, but what does he step out?
Better hold on to the ball. And I like that at the end. He puts the second hand on the ball.
First and 10 on the 30. Thomas. Now here's the question. Now we pop up his name, ball on the ground, but Indian Creek did get it. It's spelled Doran, D-O-R-E-N, Doran Thomas. Now, I've asked Andrew Conner umpteen times. He pronounces it Dorian. Now, if Coach says Dorian, I'm going to say Dorian.
That's right. Have you heard differently?
They just told me in my ear.
Oh, okay.
The guy in the truck.
Hey, whatever the coach says, I say.
But I asked him, I said, are you sure? He says, it's Dorian.
Yeah.
So it is. We've got it spelled right.
Well, you'll get some emails if it's not right. You know, everyone's watching
the way he's running tonight, we'll call him whatever he wants. It's kind of that Dorsett.
Oh.
Ball on the ground. And Wilson recovers. Remember, he was Tony Dorsett and then Tony Dorsett.
No.
Or was it the other way around?
It was Tony Dorsett. And then it was Dorsett.
Well, unlike you, I was about 7 years old at the time. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, he changed it. So it's Doran and Dorian.
A lot of people don't know Pitt won a national championship.
1976.
Yep. My room in high school was painted blue and gold back then. I was a Pitt fan.
You know who one of the key quarterbacks was on that team? Rick Tricano. Bobby Haygood got hurt.
Yeah.
And then Matt Cavanaugh.
See, who's there now? Coaching.
They needed 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Jim Corbett was the tight end, or was it John? Jim Corbett was the tight end. Yeah. Elliot Walker, the blocking fullback. Just ask me.
Nice.
Wilson.
That was tough. I don't know if he ever had a grip on it, did he? Didn't look like it.
He was trying a quick hitter out this way to Smith and ends up dropping the football.
Yeah, but you look at this thing, they've been able to keep the ball away from Martins Ferry.
But he's had arm trouble. I mean, he's had trouble throwing the ball this week. So, there was, like I had mentioned at the beginning of the game, there was some doubt if Wilson would even play it.
This is a key play right here. I mean, if he can get a coffin corner kick or just get this thing inside the 10, which isn't it's more coverage than it is the actual punt.
Here is the punt.
Yeah.
And they're getting...
No.
About the 21-yard line. Let's check in with Natalie Pascarellis down there somewhere.
Guys, I'm actually in the stands with the Indian Creek fans. All right, now let me tell you. I've been to a lot of student sections, and they are pretty spirited over here. I'm with Cody Grimes. Cody, you're painted in red and gold, and you have your noisemaker. Tell them what your noisemaker is.
It's just a Gatorade bottle with a bunch of... Luke and Jordan thought of it. Pretty good idea. Pretty loud.
All right, now, let me hear. And you guys also do the tomahawk chop. Let's hear that one.
Wait, 1, 2, 3.
All right, guys, these are your fans from Indian Creek. Back to you.
And there's Natalie in the blue. She was easy to spot. She had Harrison Central blue on. She really stood out in that Indian Creek section.
I thought she was one of the students there. I wasn't sure.
There were some wild-looking folks back there. I want to fight them for the pumpkin cake. Here's Ron Driver. He gets tripped up. I believe that was Mike Wilson with a tackle.
Off goes number 3, Michael Wilson. That'll bring up third down.
So it brings up a third down and about a yard. And the first down play, Edwards ran all over the place and got him a good bit of yardage out of what was a broken play.
Right now, Martins Ferry needs to get out of the huddle faster and get every play they can get.
Now Murray, an excellent receiving threat out of the backfield. He stays in the block. They loop it out.
There you go.
And the catch is made. First down yardage.
The pass is complete.
And was that Thurman or Shreve? He's getting up slow. Actually, that's Tucker.
Yeah, you look in this case. It's just a one-man route. Tucker's out here running an 8-yard out. There you go. That's how you catch the football. He goes out and takes a picture and tucks it and secures a first down.
17 seconds to go here. Third quarter. Creek up 23-7. Riders on their own 41-yard line. There's Edwards looking to put it up. Firing down the middle. He's got a man, Fred Owens. What a play by Michael Smith.
Big
Tips
time.
it away.
Big time defensive play there. Michael Smith looks like he's getting beat, but he really was under control the whole time.
That thing from up here in the press box had touchdown written all over it.
Didn't it here? Wow. Just watch the defense. Watch Michael Smith on the defense. I mean, it's a good pass, but
watch him close.
Closing speed.
Great.
Boom.
Look.
Perfect. Get to his highest point. That's a great play by Michael Smith.
And Mark Traconis, he didn't get in there, but boy, he took up two guys coming up the gut, putting on the pressure. Gun again for Edwards, going top side. He's got backside pressure, unloads it. Owens makes the catch for first down. Riders at the 45.
The pass is ruled a completion.
Dalton Anderson with good backside pressure there on the quarterback.
The 45-yard line. That is the
end of 3 quarters of play. Indian Creek 23, Martins Ferry 7 on the Apollo scoreboard. We'll be back in the fourth quarter. WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week between Martins Ferry and Indian Creek, brought to you in part by the Health Plan, Comcast, Ohio University Eastern, Huntington Bank, Team Buick, Pontiac GMC, and Apollo Professional Cleaning Services. First and 10 on their own 45 for the Riders. Murray to the short side of the field, and a group of Redskins string him out of bounds.
There's nothing there, was there? Not enough room. The sideline basically acted like another defender.
Indian Creek defense has really been there tonight.
Yeah, they really have. Defense, but I'm telling you, special teams above everything else.
And you look back at the first game of the year, that is something that hurt them.
Yeah.
Was against Big Red.
Killed them.
In a blocked punt.
Roberts.
And I think they had a bad snap on a punt. Edwards flushed out by Anderson. Edwards, first down, runs right out past the sticks at the 34-yard line. And once again, Dalton Anderson, you're not going to see his name in the paper there for a sack or for a tackle, but he made something happen. But needed help from his buddies on the other side of the field.
Yeah, and you can see this here. Watch Derek. He did a really nice job here. Tremendous. Hits the corner nicely. It's designed as a pass, but he breaks it up. And
he's smart. He was going to get popped.
Yeah.
Got the sticks went out of bounds. Edwards, pump fake, looking long. It's picked off.
Wow.
The interception going up and getting it. Michael Waite.
And there was really nobody there. He just overthrew a defender by quite a ways.
I'm telling you, this game
sophomore
reminds me so much of that St. Clairsville game last year, but Creek couldn't seal the deal and close it out. And St. C scored on a touchdown pass to Hines and then a 2-point conversion.
You can see it here.
But this is going to be important for them to see if they can seal the deal here. Here's a look at it.
Just way overthrown. There's really nothing there. And he's thinking he's throwing it away, probably. And you've got two Creek defenders behind the ball.
Well, he's being flushed. He's on the run, and Murray was there. I formation, Dorian Thomas. Brought down. Excellent tackle coming in from the edges, Hammerquist. Mike Hammerquist.
That's a big play for Ferry. They've got to make some. It's their turn. They've got to get some turnovers here. It's the only way to really get back in this. There's 3 scores out winning this game. And that's what's going to be tough. Creek's doing a nice job just holding on to the ball. No big mistakes.
Wilson up under center. The eyes set. Price, you're up, man. And this is Price, the fullback. Nice, nifty, hard run.
Yeah, nice little trap by the left guard there, really.
He hasn't done anything spectacular, but goes picks up the 3-4 yards a pop, and is that excellent blocking.
Yeah.
But up front there, just you see Brent Snyder's up there, Jared Mosser up there.
Watch the push here by the offensive line, and you've got the left guard trapping up through, leading through the hole, and they get a nice 4 yards on that play.
Matt Wood.
Yeah.
Special teams in the play along the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. It is. These so-called unsung heroes are heroes tonight. It's amazing, these guys making the plays.
And Dorian Thomas is really he's impressed me.
Breakout game for him.
Flag. Delay a game.
Can't be doing this.
They were looking at a 3rd and 8. Gavin Smith will come in with the play, and that'll back them up. But they weren't going to try anything crazy here. They
I'm more worried about the potential punt.
There's Natalie Pascarella. She's in the side. She's talking to the St. Clairsville coaches. That's what she's doing right there.
That is.
Because that's a Clifford right there.
We are talking to a St. Clairsville coach. We're going to add this over here. He just had a baby, right? Tell him.
Who, Clifford?
Yes, I did. Caden James.
Caden James, how much did he weigh?
5 pounds, 14 ounces.
Wow.
Thank you.
Let's congratulate him, folks.
Is that Coach Clifford?
Thank you. Thanks for...
He's thanking everybody down here. All right, guys, back to you.
One of the St. Clairsville coaches, well, shot to tell us. I think he was talking to Coach Clifford, one of Kim Clifford's sons.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. If I'd scout a game, I don't know if I'd scout a game from low in the end zone.
Well, you get the film anyway, so I don't know if
you got to be up here taking notes in the cheap seats.
That's what I think.
Matthew,
we'll see.
Punting.
Nice punt.
And that gets out to the 40-yard line.
There you go.
Good field position for the Riders, but the clock's their enemy. We got 9.5 to go. They've got 9.5 to go in the ball game. WTOV 9 brings you week number 8 of the game of the week next Friday night. Steubenville Big Red traveling to Wheeling Park to take on the Patriots. Stay tuned after Sports Friday to catch the big game, the game of the week next Friday night, the only game in town. And we'll bring you a special edition of the game of the week next Sunday at noon. The Brook Bruins having a great year taking on Weir High. That is next Sunday at noon. WTOV 9 game of the week, a big doubleheader next weekend. Edwards, Murray, flag on the play.
The pass is complete. There is a flag on the play.
And we mentioned with the Harrison Central teacher strike, unsure of the situation for Creek next week. I mean, I know they have a negotiating session scheduled Sunday afternoon. Hopefully something works out with that. But Creek may not. I mean, Harrison wants to be the game of the week with Buckeye Local this week. Now we'll have to see what happens next week. It could be Creek without a game. The penalty against the Riders, that'll back them up 5, I believe, procedure.
Yeah. I don't know. This is uncharacteristic Martins Ferry team. Now they're going to have to throw the ball to get back. It's always tough when you're a running team. This is what you practice day in, day out.
First and 15, Martins Ferry.
Owens is down to the bottom. Drivers up top side. Hammerquist in the slot. Edwards looking here down to the bottom. Now he checks up top. Ron Driver, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Second and 15.
Good pressure there by Creek. And it's been a well played game by Indian Creek. When you stop and look at it, just a lot of mistakes. Be it a penalty or a turnover, just
for week 7 of the year of the season, it's hard to believe these types of young mistakes are being made. Oh,
handoff, fullback. He's fighting hard down inside the 40.
So he got the first down.
And that's Matt Shreve. Well, after the penalty.
Oh, yeah, what am I saying? There we go.
Well, if you quit eating the cake.
I'm eating all this damn cake, right? Here we go.
Here's a look.
39-yard line. It brings up third at about 9.
That's an excellent hard run.
Yeah, that's a nice
good hard run. And
keeps 2 hands on the ball, secures it.
Dalton Anderson, number 11, sophomore, one of those young kids playing a good game. Edwards gets out of trouble. He's got a man. Almost. Excellent
effort. Try to catch it with the right hand, though. I mean, you got to get both arms out.
But that's Owens. Incomplete to Fred Owens.
Well, here's something we've been talking about all day with especially Martins Ferry's receivers. You start to look at this, just the sheer technique. I mean, you've got to get 2 hands out on the ball, and you catch the ball with your eyes and just watch. Not quite there. It's tough to catch this way. You got to take a picture.
Zach Yeager, you could see on that replay, good hard pass rush.
Oh, yeah.
And you see him lined up there in the 4 at the down tackle. Edwards, he's got plenty of time. Unloads it, incomplete.
Open, but underthrown.
So Creek takes over on downs. Indian Creek, 8:25 to go. They are up 23-7. So they need to work some clock. Ferry really needed to get something going on offense, but they need to. If you look at touchdowns, the 16 points, so 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions. It's tough, but it's not out of the imagination. I mean, the calculator says it's possible, but the calculator also says 8:25 is not a lot of time.
Tough, yeah, as long as Creek keeps the ball rolling right now.
Dorian Thomas, he's going to get stopped, a gain of a couple. Mike Hammerquist on the tackle. I believe Thomas led the team in rushing last year as a freshman.
Yeah.
Remember last year? Here's a good look at the replay of Thomas.
Trying to stop. Look at that, stripping the ball out, and he still holds on to it.
Final score in 11 innings: Cleveland Indians 2, New York Yankees 1.
And how about the Indians? They just announced that score here, 2-1 over the Yankees in 11 innings, so the drive up 2-zip. 2nd and long. There's Price. Ooh, Price gets stacked. And was that Woodford? Sure was.
7, yep.
Steve Woodford.
Martins Ferry desperately needs a turnover here. I mean, you look at that. I mean, yeah, you're saying it's 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions, but you got to get the ball to do any of that.
And they definitely missed the big man, Ben Juarez, a two-way tackle. Third and 7. Wilson in the gun. They've got Thomas top side, Smith down to the bottom. Wilson's going to run with it, and he's going to get swarmed under by about 5 riders. It'll be a punting situation.
Which isn't always bad for Creek. They're doing a nice job covering their punts. Who knows? They might get the ball right back the way it's been going.
Timeout, Martins Ferry.
So timeout, Martins Ferry.
Goes to number 76, Trevor Jackson.
You've heard of YouTube, but now there's TOV2. On WTOV9.com, if you have pictures or videos from your high school football game, you can now share them with everybody on TOV2. Go to your high school's page and upload your photos or videos after the game every week on WTOV9.com.
8 tickets for $5, 1 ticket for $1.
Natalie, what's the feeling over in the Ferry sideline?
Hey, Don, I'm actually here with a Purple Riders fan. It's another. Klein, you're an alum from Don Klein again. I think my mic cut out there. He's an alum from 1974, right?
Yes.
What's the feeling over here if you want to explain it over to Don and Manny?
Don't get close to Fred because he wouldn't want to talk to you at all. That's how bad it is for us tonight. It's offensively, they're just not clicking. This game ought to be a 10-7 game, really. And defensively, they've held these guys good, I think, but offensively, they just ain't moved the ball and they keep turning it over. You can't win a game with 4 turnovers.
Well, they're bringing the house right here.
All right, there you go, Don. There's the feeling for you.
And there's the punt. And the Riders take over on their own 30-yard line. We'll take a break and be back with more from Kettlewell Stadium, 6:40 to play. Creek leading Ferry 23-7 on the Apollo scoreboard. Welcome back, WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. Creek leading Ferry 23-7. Forte now in at quarterback for the Riders. Unloads it. Pass is caught at the 43-yard line.
To number 9, Jeremy Murray.
And Jeremy Murray with the catch. Now, this frees them up. They should have Derek Edwards at a slot, and they do. Edwards, an outstanding receiver.
Yeah. Look at this.
So this
There's no huddle now.
Dimension of that offense.
I mean, this is what they probably should have been doing 2 drives ago.
He was their leading receiver a year ago. Big playmaker, and he's in the slot. Forte, he's going to keep it. 45. Across midfield, first down to the 47-yard line.
Oh, looked like a little Mountaineer offense there, didn't it?
Stop was made by number 6.
And Forte, the first time he's been back in at quarterback since the toss in the end zone.
They need him right now. They need everybody. All 11 guys got to pull the rope.
A lot of guys to cover here. They've got Owens, the tall guy up top, Edwards in the slot, Murray down to the bottom. Forte, he's looking for Murray, the speedster. Incomplete. It is overthrown at the 20. Danny Dunleavy on the coverage for the Creek.
2nd and 10. Still looking for.
So brings up 2nd down.
It still comes down to the adage of you're a wishbone team, now you're trying to play no huddle spread football at the end of the game. What are you practicing all week long? It's tough. Unless they get a mismatch somewhere.
But they did change quarterbacks. I mean, you've got different sets for different.
I'm talking pass protection as opposed to running the ball.
Tucker top side. Now you've got 2 receivers both ways. Driver goes in motion top. They'll flood that top side. Forte, nice ball down the middle. It is overthrown. And that was to go for Owens. It was a bullet. He just needed to take something off of it. Forte, the junior. Boy, he has a rough night, too. He plays defensive end the whole game.
That's right. My goodness. Well, the play's being shuttled in.
So 3 players in, 3 players out. Tucker's out, Owens is out, Driver's out. They've got Murray to the bottom. Gunn now with 2 sidecars. Deep drop setting up the screen.
Oh!
Almost picked off. Mike Wilson. Mikey flying up there and almost picked that off. He read that thing like a book.
That would have been 6 the other way, huh?
Gonna have a great look here for the truck.
Look at Wilson on this time. He's so close. It's like, I wish if he just had that again, you know?
You think he read it?
Yeah.
There's old number 11 there again.
I wonder what they're doing this time.
I'll tell you what, Dalton Anderson, I'll take a sophomore.
Yeah.
6'4", 190, all over the place like he is.
Creek has a lot of promising young guys out here. They're doing a nice
Playing
job.
defensive end down here. There he is, number 11. Dalton Anderson. Forte steps up, and Hines.
Wow.
The big man. Little Mo. His brother, there was Big Mo, and this is Little Mo, and this is Shane. He comes up with the sack.
And there it is. It's the pass protection there again. No, I mean, it's tough. These guys, we're not. It's always tough, but you really don't have much choice if you're Martins Ferry. You got to throw the ball and do something here, but it's.
That it's not like tonight's game almost makes you wonder if a schedule was flipped.
Yeah.
You go and play and you get your confidence going.
Yeah.
I mean, getting Big Red right out of the chute.
Oh, I know.
That's tough for anybody.
Yeah. And being there at that game, that first quarter was electric. I mean, they were hung out well with them, but it just. Whew.
Man in motion, top side. Toss Dorian Thomas. And he gets brought down. Jordan Burris coming in making the tackle.
Yeah,
but you can see he's a sophomore, and he seems to do well running that stretch.
Yeah, very well. Now, you got their tight end does a great job hooking. And they get a real nice job getting some movement at the point of attack. But I agree, and I like really for a young back like that to be smart enough to make sure he stays in bounds and keeps milking the clock. That's the key right now. Just slow down offense. Don't give the ball back to Ferry. As long as they don't do anything, they should be good.
Now we'll see. They need to snap it by 5:07. See if they're going to eat up every second they can. Almost.
Pretty good.
Thomas picks his way through to the 38-yard line. Now, that's your old style. We talked about old style fullbacks. That's your old style tailback. He's got to have, 25 carries?
Yeah, and, if he flip-flopped some old film with some of the great ones, like Jim Brown, he should just get up real slow, off the pile. He's got to teach him to do that,
Makes it third and about 3.
As I'm giving my age away again.
Martins Ferry, 38-yard line.
We're watching that clock thing. 4:25 would be the snap on this one.
Right now, that clock's in Creek's favor here, isn't it?
Ferry just never got things going.
No.
Bad field position killed.
It did. Kicking game.
Thomas, I'll tell you right now, Matt Shreve can play on my football team any day of the week.
Yeah, he's tough. He's a good one. Both the fullbacks today and linebackers were great. Yeah. That clock. That's the key there.
Timeout, Martins Ferry. We've got 4:13 to play. Huntington Bank score bar. Creek leading 23-7. Football night in America, Sunday night here on WTOV at 7. Then a great one, the Bears and the Packers at 8:15. Sunday night here on the NFL on NBC and WTOV 9.
Tickets are $25 for dinner and the show, and are on sale now.
Looking for Natalie Pascarella down there on the sideline.
Hey guys.
There's the athletic director right
I'm
below.
actually here right now.
Okay.
This guy I'm with right now, he's a senior, and he's a band member, and he helps out the team. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I'm a student trainer for the team, and I tape ankles, tape wrists, and I do pregame with the band. And I also do halftime with the band, and we do postgame sometimes.
So you're a busy guy, huh?
Yeah.
Very busy guys. Don, Manny, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Natalie.
Nice.
Make sure you Okay.
You know, behind the scenes, you know, all the things
that guy does it all. He's
question.
Versatile, as they say.
You got to like that.
Edwards, deep for Martin.
Matthews, punt.
Nice punt.
And he got it at the 5-yard line.
Talk about an exclamation point.
Wow. A+ special teams for the Creek.
At the 5-yard
got a little flag back here, Don.
Next level hit of the game. Brought to you by our friends at Next Level Fighting. And kind of different, but it's not a hit. It's kind of a hit with the ball. Michael Smith. Your Next Level Fighting hit of the game. That would be a swat of the ball. And if you look in your rule book, that would be a hit of some sort.
I guess if you define hit, that's a hit.
Rule 112-A. And you get a flag down on the field.
Against Martins Ferry.
Oh, okay.
Adley, go say hi to Jack, the athletic director. See what he has in mind.
You want me to go over to Jack?
Tap him on the shoulder. Say, hi, Jack, how you doing? What was the flag? Running into the kicker.
Okay.
Tell him I said hi and I'm eating all of his chili.
You said Don says hello and he's eating all of your chili.
What do you mean he's eating all my chili? I'll be up there in a second.
Don, get your hands off of it. He'll be up there in a second, he says.
All right. Who did you guys tell me made the chili? Doug Gosney. Doug Gosney made the chili and the pumpkin not pumpkin pie, pumpkin cake, which is absolutely phenomenal. Creek Press Box Food, the best. I don't want to say anywhere because I want to eat next week too, but very good. Look at that run. Christian Kirsch.
Yeah.
Close going, first down.
I'm going with the PA guy there.
First down.
I think it was Christian Kirsch. Sure was.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Face mask against the Riders.
Ooh, it's tough to get the ball back this way. 5 yard.
First and 10 Indian Creek.
So first down for the Creek.
Ball marked on the Martins Ferry 18-yard line.
Handoff.
Oh, he just slipped there.
Whoa.
Oh,
and you can help me out, Joel, in the truck upcoming for Indian Creek. This will up them to 3-4. Hopefully things get settled in Harrison and they can play that game next week. Mm-hmm. Well, first off, we'll look at Martins Ferry. They have St. Clairsville, John Glenn, and Bel Air. The Riders still, that game's huge next week. With this loss tonight, they need to win that for playoff points.
Yeah.
Creek, Harrison Central, Bel Air, and Edison. And you can take a win here and you're 3-4. You know, they've got a chance. I don't think Coach Connor's ever had a losing season.
He won't in this case.
And this really helps him go toward keeping that streak alive.
And with the schedule he plays, but you know what? With the schedule he plays, that's amazing. You know, I mean, my goodness.
And let's take a look here. In this, we'll take a hit to Ferry's playoff situation. Well, let's take a look at it, though. But a boatload of points out there with St. Clairsville. St. Clairsville plays Steubenville Central tomorrow night. Licking Valley up top, St. Clairsville unbeaten. So the top four all 6-0. UL 5-1. And that was the game of the week. Their only loss was in double overtime to St. Clairsville.
Yeah.
Then Portsmouth, New Lex, and Rock Hill. So a pretty tough road to hoe.
Yeah.
Always one-loss teams, but this loss puts them 5-2. And I don't have the computer here, and I'm not going to worry about it. But the point being, they dropped to 5-2. Ferry's still got a boatload of points out there with St. Clairsville next week.
They sure do. That's a key game.
Kirsch. Nice run by Christian Kirsch. Down to the 1 yard line, just kind of picked his way through.
He sure did. Just sort of skated right through there. No, virtually untouched. A little like Tony Dorsett there, sort of.
Dorset.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. Now, the fellow next to me in the press box just asked if there's a full moon. Now, and seriously, you've seen some bizarre things happen. When do you see the opening kickoff fumble taken in for a touchdown? A toss in the end zone, somebody lays on for a touchdown, somebody not field a kickoff.
That was shocking. I'm probably the most. I've never seen that.
And I'm gonna tease Andrew Connor here a little bit, and Indian Creek throw a touchdown pass.
Wow!
So full moon,
all that.
Oh boy, I'm getting. But Andrew and I are good buddies, so I can say that.
You better be.
But no, that was. But you look at that though. That was a play. That was a nice play.
It sure
was.
That
was the play.
Huge
Touchdown.
Yeah, it's huge.
They're all on this full moon thing.
Big night in Wintersville, huh? This is huge here. Got it going.
Let's see. We've got a helmet situation over in the upper left corner. And Natalie, if you keep walking and talk to the guy in the white hat,
yes,
he's the guy that when things started to go, when I saw him cheering, it really started breaking the game open.
This guy right here?
Yeah, he ran, he did a sprint, a 50-yard sprint.
Excuse me.
He has the website.
Don Sloan says you're getting the game going here. You're a pretty big fan.
This is huge. This is the game we've been waiting for years now, and I really would not want to play us these next 3 games.
What's your name?
Dave Wagner.
Does he still have his website?
Do you still have your website? Don wants to know. It is www.redskinschop.com. He got a nice little plug in there. Don, he says thanks, Don.
And thanks a lot. Okay, we got a flag on the play, and that will be against the Creek. Back them up a little bit. He was the guy, though. That could be the play of the week. After they threw the touchdown pass, I swear he did about a 50-yard dash, karaoke sidelines down the track, took out about 3 cheerleaders. Yeah. It was a sight to behold.
It'll be second and goal from the 6-yard line.
There's a look at Andrew Connor. And that is pretty impressive stat if they can pull it off. I mean, they've got to win some more games yet, but to not have a losing season.
Yeah, like you're just saying.
Coach, you've had a few losing seasons.
Oh yeah, first
of course,
year,
the glory days at Emporia State, nobody touched you.
That's right.
Thanks to Chet Publish and Kaminsky and the boys.
Yeah, we had some Valley boys out there.
And Mike will kneel on it.
There you go. Winning with class. That's a nice job there. There you go.
And I'm sure, and this is a big win for them. Probably one of the biggest wins that Andrews had as head coach.
Yeah,
if not the biggest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, underdog, home, getting it done like this. That's good. Just telling those guys take a knee. That says a lot. You know, even all these young players. There's a lot of guys right now trying to throw for the end zone.
That's a pretty good team across the field, too.
No question.
And Martins Ferry, a very young football team. But tonight, it's a night for Andrew Connor and company to celebrate because I've seen them drop heartbreakers here.
Yeah.
Last year to Waverly, last year to St. Clairsville, and tonight they sealed the deal. But Dave Bruni and company will regroup. Yeah. And I'm telling you, they're going to have a good one next week with St. Clairsville. And I'm telling you, it's a beat-up, banged-up Martins Ferry team.
Yeah, it is right now. But I don't want to face Creek the next few weeks either, just like we heard. I mean, they're going to be tough to beat.
Well, we mentioned.
They can win out.
At Harrison Central, Bel Air,
Edison.
And then at Edison.
Yeah, they can win. I mean, they've got a shot. They can win every one of those games. I mean, tonight we found out that Creek is for real. You know, that tough schedule at the beginning, you wondered, are they pretending? Do they belong in the upper echelon? You know, hey, these guys are great.
But to rebound, it's hard to get a team to rebound. I mean, they lost 40-6 last week.
Coach Connor a lot of credit for that.
Coach Connor had said that. He said, you know what, though? I said, even last night, I had asked him, I said, how's your team mentally?
Yeah.
I mean, are they still in it? Are they still scratching a claw? And he says, yeah. He goes, they were very upset after they lost last week, and that was good to see. Natalie Pascarella down on the sideline with head coach Andrew Connor. Natalie, I want you to ask him. I think this is his biggest win as Creek head coach.
Is this your biggest win as head coach?
I'll tell you what, we haven't beaten a team with a winning record in a long time here. The kids, their backs are against the wall. We've been criticized a lot. I'll tell you what, all the credit in the world goes out to the kids here. They play hard, and they wanted to represent our district well, and I think they did tonight.
So how does it feel right now?
I can't tell you how good it feels for these kids. That's what I'm so happy about, is these kids have hung in there for me, and they have busted their rear end for me, and they deserve this, and they earned it, and they got it.
How about his special teams, Natalie?
How about your special teams? Don's asking me here.
Again, they've been getting better all year, and they did a great job today, pinning them deep, and getting turnovers and scoring. It was just, it was a great team effort tonight. Great team effort.
All right, congratulations, Coach. Don Manning, back to you.
And thanks a lot, Natalie, and finally, impressive job by Indian Creek.
Yeah, without a question. Indian Creek did a great job tonight from beginning to the end.